Where are my receivers? EA, what is it? What is this? Look at this. Look at this. What is happening? This is day one. I get home from work and I encounter this bullshit. EA, what is this? Why is my receiver not showing up? Like literally, there's nobody here on the right side of the screen, EA. What is this? What is this, man? What is this? Oh my God, man. Come on. It's bullshit. So, y'all saw what I went through on the very first day, literally after the game launched. What happened to me? Just start the intro, man. Just start the intro. All right, so I was going to start off this video with a nice, with positive vibes. We're going to start off with what Madden has done well. I'm going to say this one more time. What I'm personally having fun with regarding in Madden 22, but even days later, still even watching that clip just enrages me. Because like I said, I had worked the night of Madden 22's release. Came home at around 4-5 in the morning off work. Took a shower. I wanted to see what the face of the franchise mode they've been hyping up, what changed, if anything. And I encountered that day one out the box. Day one, the game was finished installing. I encountered that. So you know what? We were going to start off with what Madden has done well, but that clip still enrages me. We're going to start off. We're getting all the way negative here. We're getting all the way negative. EA, how many times do we have to tell you to just give us a superstar mode? Just give us a superstar mode like you did from Madden 06 to Madden 13. All we want to do is create our own character, have him play whatever position we want him to play, and upgrade him as we go along. People in the Madden community can make up their own stories if we want to, for plot, for depth, because I've seen people do it. All the Road to Glory people in NCAA 14, all the 2K My Career people that make up their own content, their own background storylines, it's been done before. Just let us have the option to create our own characters with no template. Just have us create our own character. Don't position lock us, and don't have us sit through some boring ass cutscene where the animations in the cutscene look wonky. Like my issue with face of the franchise is not just the cutscene and the storyline is so goddamn boring. And I apologize if I'm cussing, but enough's enough, EA. Enough's enough. We have told you it's been about 4 years of them trying to implement a 2K cinematic cutscene, and the community each time has said, this is boring. We barely played a game in this cutscene. Why did you waste resources on this when you could have been allocating it to making sure the game works? They've spent way too much time on these cinematic cutscenes in Madden, to where it really could have been used to just making a superstar mode, and just have us, create our own cutscene, and when I mean they could have used resources to make the game work. I encountered that glitch day one. That wasn't even the first glitch I encountered. I was so frustrated with that glitch that I basically I basically shut down my recording. I was not gonna keep playing that mode. What for? Why would I play a mode that I couldn't get past? I literally could not get past the first level. If that was the tutorial, I could not get past the tutorial because the game wouldn't allow me until a couple days later. And when I got past that, I ran into another issue to where, and I absolutely hate that EA did this. They're forcing you to play the yard in their career mode. Why? Why are you forcing me to play this mode? I didn't ask to play this mode. If I wanted to play the mode, I would have went straight to it when I started the game up. Why would I want to play this mode? And there's an issue with that glitch. If you choose the Saquon Barkley's event in New York, your cleats and feet will glitch. Like it'll be like the cleat won't load. Like it looks so weird, but the game is still playable. What? There's no combine. When you get drafted, I kid you not, when Face the Franchise actually decided to work for me, I literally kept getting drafted by the Jets every time as a quarterback. And every time, I kid you not, when I went to the depth chart to see who else was drafted, it said my creative player and then Zach Wilson. How in the world, if my creative player was a first round pick, just walk with me. How in the world will we still be able to get Zach Wilson on the team with the same pick? It's just like 2K and Live used to do this. If your player got drafted by a team that also had a high draft pick, it would shift around the draft board, so it would actually make sense. So, Face of the Franchise is completely pointless to me. It's just completely pointless. I would rather just play Superstar mode or Connected Franchise. And when y'all see the thumbnail, when you go to ugly, this is the ugly part of the game. Face of the Franchise, it's shit. It is completely terrible. Now let's head into the bad portion, the yard. Now, I understand the yard might be Madden's version of Park, or whatever version NHL has, because I believe NHL also has a version of this as a street mode. I just have a very important question regarding the yard. If this is supposed to be backyard football, why on God's green earth are we in shoulder pads and a helmet if we're supposed to be playing backyard football? If you're taking elements from NFL Street, just implement NFL Street into the game. We don't need shoulder pads. We don't need a helmet for street football. What? That's dumb. And then, basically to me, the yard is a half-assed NFL Street. No, I take that back. A half-assed microtransaction field NFL Street. There we go. So I don't really care for the yard. I didn't care for it when it first got introduced. I thought it was pointless. And basically, if I wanted to play a yard, I would just hook up my If I wanted to play the yard, I would just play NFL Street and just hook up my PS2 again and play NFL Street if I wanted to. Another bad. Superstar KO. While it's fun, it's pretty much the same as last year. The menu, the presentation, menu-wise is exactly the same as last year. They didn't even bother changing that. The commentary team has been the exact same for 5 years with the same lines. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? It has been 5 different games of Madden with the same commentary team repeating the exact same lines with just incremental updates. At least 2K has the wherewithal to, bring in their TNT crew, their ESPN crew, their ABC crew. We have different crews in 2K doing commentary. EA has made over $1 billion just on Madden alone. You mean to tell me they can't get the Monday night and the Thursday night football crew in? They can't get the CBS crew in to record some lines for commentary purposes. Seriously, EA. Super fans. Now, while I love the idea that super fans are now in the game, once again, EA has made over $1 billion just on Madden alone. And you mean to tell me you can't go out and find 32 different super fans of the NFL teams and have them scanned into the game and have their likeliness scanned into the game? You can't just give them a couple $1,000s for that? Seriously, EA? That's what we're going with? Now I didn't know this was happening, but this is pretty big. Now normally I'm a franchise person. That's normally what I started off with in Madden. And while I overall love the changes for what Madden, it finally got a needed update. Because I kid you not, from Madden 13 to Madden 22, there was damn near no update for Madden. Franchise-wise, there wasn't really an update outside the bare bones scouting. And when I heard the scouting got implemented, the scouting was getting an update, which apparently it took its cues from NHL and NCAA 14. But yeah, I was excited. I was like, finally, we got something. We're getting skill coaching trees. We're able to hire offensive, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator. We're offered to upgrade coaches. Like this is all stuff we've been asking for years, and we finally got it. So I am crediting EA with that. We had to cuss them out to get it, yes, but they actually listened for once and put it in the game. My issue is the scouting update doesn't happen until September. Like, if you're hyping up this much needed feature for a game mode, it would be important to put that in day one. But they're putting it in a month until after the game launches. That just doesn't make sense to me. Now here's what I was alluding to earlier. Apparently, there's some videos going around about online franchises, online career modes, online franchises, the connected career mode, franchise mode, whatever you want to call it. Because that's normally what me and my group of cousins, that's normally what we do. We do online fantasy franchise mode, in which yours truly, yes, me, I was the previous Super Bowl winner. So we were talking about doing it again. And we were, getting all our schedules lined up to do the draft. And then my older cousin, Rob, he had found video. He had found a video where, actually, did he find that video? No, actually, you know what? Thinking back, I might have sent him this video. But we had all saw a video where it was shared in our group chat, our cousin and friend group chat, where if you tried to boot up a franchise head-to-head online game, it would not proceed to the kickoff. So the game was unplayable. Like, literally, the game is unplayable. That just defeats the whole purpose of an online mode, like an online franchise. If you're taking the time to work out your schedule with other people, because we all work now, and you finally have time to sit down and play the game, and the game literally is unable to play, that just ruins the whole point of even trying. So we're waiting for that issue to get fixed, because that is a huge issue. That's a problem, EA. That is a problem. Let's go into something I'm neutral about. I know I kind of just ranted for at least about 8 minutes on everything that's bad with the game. Let's go into something I'm neutral about. Ultimate Team. Now, I'm prefacing this by saying this is the first year me, my cousins, our friend group is really spending money on Ultimate Team this year. And we're having fun with it. The challenges this year are a lot difficult this year, because normally that's what we would do. It was easier. The challenges were easier this year. The challenges are actually tough. You will lose on these challenges. Our issue is, if you are a no money spent player, it is very, very hard to play Ultimate Team, because the amount of coins, the amount of good players it'll take to build up takes a long time. In terms of like getting like the little training points, coins, it takes a long time to build that stuff up. Because it is definitely a grind. This is what I credit 2K for on their Ultimate Team. Their Ultimate Team free to no money spend is a lot easier to grind than Madden's currently. But Madden right now, because the game's just starting, everybody has good odds. The super beastly cars like normally Mike Vick, Randy Moss has not come out yet. There's nothing game breaking yet. So Ultimate Team is still in its earliest phases. But at the end of the day, me, my cousins, our friend group is having fun with Ultimate Team, and we're giving it an honest to God shot. We're giving it a shot this year to see how we like it, if we're willing to spend money on it every year. And so far, one of my friends literally in one pack pulled Aaron Donald, Christian McCaffrey, and Alvin Kamara in one bundle, in one pack. So, we're thinking it might be the wave, but the Ultimate Team has its good and has its bad. If you're not willing to spend money on it, it's pretty bad, because even with the game starting out, there's not a lot to buy. It's hard grinding the game mode. There's not a lot of content in terms of free-to-play players, basically. Ultimate Team is like a gacha game, like Dokkan, Bleach Brave Souls, those kind of things. Now, this is what I was originally going to start off with. It's good. What this game does well. The presentation, gameplay-wise, it's much better this year. I like how the Amazon Next Gen stats implemented. I like how when you hit a big play, it'll like cuts you would normally see from a replay from CBS or ESPN or NFL Network. It'll be like an actual cut from a replay or simulated. And I do like the slower gameplay, because that this is just, once again, this is my thought. That's just my personal play style. I like to grind it out. I'm not willing to give you a chance on offense. I'm one of those players in Madden. If you let me get cooking, I will take up the entire first half. Yes, I've done that before and had people rage quit. The abilities aren't that overpowered this year, because in the recent years, the first year they implemented the superstar abilities. If you had a defensive end and he was a superstar, he was literally unblockable. Quite literally unblockable. So there are some gameplay aspects that I do like. The slower pace gameplay, the foot planting, actually, I do like the foot planting with the real player movement. I do enjoy that. But here's what I really enjoy about this, man, and what they really sold this year well, is the home field advantage. I was unsure how they would implement it online, but my cousin does have a gameplay, and I'll see if I can link it in the description below, of him in an online head-to-head match. Of him, yeah. So, and it's just straight online head-to-head. But one of the things I do like, I was really worried about the Ultimate Team home field advantage, and from just doing a challenge, it doesn't seem like the super overpowered home field advantages are in Ultimate Team. Case for instance, the ones that grant you increased speed and acceleration. The Tennessee Titans one that has like no holding. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Browns one is basically like your play art disappears on 3rd and 4th down. Same with the Saints. So it feels like those aren't in Ultimate Team, which is great. Because I had a lot of people frustrated. It was like, oh, you're implementing such overpowered and broken stuff, and no Madden, this is not going to get fixed the entire year. Now, this is what I really like home field advantage. It reminds me of the college football days when you went up against a team that had a top 25 stadium. Top 25 toughest place to play stadium. And if you're on the road, your first possession, the stadium is rocking, your controller is vibrating and shaking, the screen is literally shaking. And it reminds me of that. And I really love that part about in the NCAA football video games. Now Madden had a little twist on it because every stadium in the NFL is different, every fan base is different, every place where they play is different. So, case for instance, my home team is the Bears. I love the Chicago Bears. I begrudgingly have now been a 25-year member of the Chicago Bears fan base. And not just for us, but for opposing kicker, it is hard to kick at Soldier Field. Like that's a known fact. The field turf is but it's hard to kick there. So I understand why we got a kicking aspect home field advantage. The Bills somehow we got the same home field advantage, but there's a different title, like more of like windier, snowy conditions up there in Buffalo. It was like Tennessee Titans has one where no holding calls will be implemented, which is, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, do not play the Tennessee Titans on all Madden. Do not do it. I am warning you for your sanity. Do not do it, because if you stack the box against Derrick Henry, you got to worry about Derrick Henry first. They also got Julio. Do not play the Tennessee Titans on all Madden. I am warning you now. Don't. Unless you want to rage. I've tried it. I raged. I'm good at that. But I really did like that the home field advantage is different for every team and every fan base. It's titled differently. I do enjoy that. I do also enjoy that the away team also gets momentum boost in taking away, in taking away the home field advantage, to where it turns into away team's home field advantage. When a crowd just be looking stunned in the crowd and they be looking shell shocked and it's dead silent in the stadium. Yeah, it's that. My overall score for Madden would be it's way better than last year. I'm telling you this for a fact. Last year, I absolutely hated Madden. I hated it to the point where I did not play it unless I was playing an online fantasy franchise. And that came late in the year for Madden. Like, late. So I did not like Madden last year. It was, and I played, and this was after I played the trial. I made a conscious decision to not buy Madden last year because it was that bad. It was that bad. For this one, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. They get a gold star. A gold star for effort. But at some point, EA has got to realize that there's no more features they can sell. They can try to market on the back of the box and start actually improving gameplay. Until they're improving gameplay, you're going to see more and more Metacritic user scores that say 0.7, 0.6, 0.2. Until they actually start to implement gameplay and not make the game broke on day one, on launch day, to where people can't play the game, to where people are asking PlayStation and Xbox to refund their game, to refund their money, we're going to be seeing stuff like this. So I really hope Madden takes the next step and implement gameplay. Focus on gameplay. We've seen enough of presentation, game modes, whatever. Focus on gameplay. Focus on gameplay. So, but if you're seeing this, I want you to leave a like, leave a subscribe, and If you're seeing this on the 26th, it is my birthday. So as a birthday gift, I want you to leave this video a like and subscribe in the comment section below, and how you're enjoying Madden 22. Because right now, I've literally been only playing Ultimate Team, and I got an overall team of 83. Or is it 82? One of those two. But I'm Ginger Gamer. I'm signing out. See you next time in the next video.